Welcome back, everybody. This is Urban Shop Talk Live with your boys Barry and Terry. Of course, as you can see, we are not alone on this Tuesday, August 15th, 2017, episode number 23. We're sitting here with our reoccurring guest now, Miss Dina Finney. She's back again.
Hello, guys. Hello, welcome. Thanks for having me back.
And also with us for the first time, good friend of mine, Nathan Wooden.
What's going on?
Hey.
All right. Now, usually, on this show, everybody knows that we like to talk about a lot of fun things. We like to talk about things like the movies and music and things that's going on in entertainment. We also talk about social issues, and that's what's going to dominate this week because of, obviously, the tragic events that took place, the incident that took place in Charlottesville, Virginia over the past weekend with all of the protesting and, unfortunately, the injuries and death of a young woman. So, that's actually, it's been dominating a lot of the news and a lot of the thoughts of everybody around here. And we wanted to spend a little time today and talk about that. And, very good. And the first, just initial thoughts on, the entire incident, situation, all the things surrounding it. How do you feel about this one?
Well, I was at a family reunion, and it was really cool. Got a chance to spend time with some of my relatives, and some of my relatives are elderly, and just seeing and talking to them about certain things going on in this country, you really kind of come to the realization that we came far, but we have a lot of work to do. And this situation is just horrific. It's horrible, and it can't be tolerated. And you don't say nothing, then I think you're part of it. So.
Dina, did you have initial thoughts and feelings that you had?
Well, I'm in shock that this exists in our society. Land of the free. The freedom comes with a cost, I guess, because we have the freedom of speech, we have the right to protest, we have the right to do anything we want. But then at the same time, we are finding ourselves in situations where groups like this goes to the extreme that violence is the result of what they're doing. I am just in shock.
Nate, initial thoughts on the incident this weekend?
I think there's a lot of thoughts that go, all around. With people dying and so many people getting hurt and so many hate groups out there of all kinds, I think that, there's just a lot to be said. So.
And we'll dig definitely deeper into that. I think my initial thoughts on the situation is, I think where to start for me, and that's the fact that there was a young woman who was killed, and that's the first place that my mind goes to.
An American,
young American woman that was killed, and she was killed, protesting what she thought was right, and what I feel like it was right too. She was trying to keep peace, she wanted peace, and she got killed for it. And she didn't go out there to die for her beliefs that day, but she certainly did. And I feel like her name was Heather Heyer. She was only 32 years old, and I feel like, there's no way to comfort a family that's going through that. So our thoughts and prayers are with her and her whole family. And I do believe she died a hero in my mind. So anyway, that's just my initial thoughts. We'll just start there. And the whole situation as a whole is a terrible situation. I think just to start the basic conversation, to kind of jump head first into this, I'll give you my take first, and I will go down the line. And I want to get everybody's thoughts on, get more in depth about what you're thinking and feeling. But I think it's clear that the racism in America is definitely real. A lot of times you hear people, they throw that whole thing around and they say, people, they're just trying to, you guys need to get over this, and it's not racism, it's not, you guys are making this thing such. No, it's real. It's real, and there's people that are out there that just want to hate. And there's a lot of people that want to say a lot of things about a lot of different types of people, but to me, the focus should be on the fact that there was a group of people that came there to hate. They wanted to hate. and teach hate and preach hate. And I'm sorry, that's different. And they're making a big deal about, the president coming out and, he actually, he said something and, very presidential and saying something finally about this. And yes, thank you, Mr. President, for coming out 2 days after the situation to come and say something about how evil is evil and wrong is wrong. It's applaud him for that because, it's a great thing. Most people would have come out and said that 2 minutes after it happened, and some people would have said things a lot quicker than that, than what you did. But he did say it, but, he's got his political affiliations, doesn't want to hurt, so we'll give him that. One thing I don't like about what the president said, though, and what he continues to reiterate in different ways, is the fact that he thinks that this is he keeps saying, throwing around, this is on both sides issue. There's a both sides and this and that and all that. And to me, when in this political climate, the way that it is, the way things have been happening in the past year with the Black Lives Matter and all this stuff, where they keep getting that label of, they're the same. It's Ku Klux Klan for black people and this and that. It's not the same. It's not the same. I'm open to every discussion possible about this, but it's not the same, no matter what you say. Somebody's preaching hate, and somebody's asking for equality and for equal civil rights. It's not the same. So that's my thoughts.
What are some of the differences between Black Lives, the movement, and KKK?
Well, before we proceed to that one, maybe we should take a comment from one of our viewers.
Let's do that.
Higgins. He says, "You didn't see what Trump said today. He doubled down on his both sides comment today."
I did. I heard that.
And yeah, it's like, Mr. Trump, make a stand, make this right.
Well, the problem is you're speaking on both sides, and you don't call it both sides. Yeah, and you're not calling what it is. You got to put a name on it. That's how you attack it. You don't just sit there and not say the name of it. Don't know. I mean, it's just all this up in the air. Come on, man. This is a domestic terrorist hate group. Period.
And he refuses to say terrorism. And what's killing me about that whole fact is that let this be. And they had in Europe just this past year, they had 2 incidents where a vehicle was slammed into pedestrians on purpose, and it was instantly labeled as terrorism. The president labeled it as terrorism. Everybody labels it as terrorism, but when it's white supremacists that do it in America against people that are protesting their white supremacist hate rally, it's second-degree murder charges. See, the difference is this is where you can find out. When you want to find out what we're upset about, when you want to find out what we're protesting about, when you want to find out what we're kneeling about at football games, this is it. Because that's the difference. The rules don't apply to them the same way.
What do you feel about it?
I mean, I feel like both sides, whether it be an active white hate group, an active black hate group, or protesters that are simply protesting for their own reasons, but doing it peacefully. I think everybody has a reason. I think it only becomes that next level of terrorism when you actually plan on going out and doing crime to get your point across.
I don't know, because when we talk about groups, and I always hear that comparison, not as Black Lives. The problem is Black Lives hasn't lynched. They haven't killed. So we can say it's a hate group, okay. But the problem I have with it, I have to look at actions. The action is the KKK has hate.
Historically. That's what they're known for. That's what they do.
And it's been numbers of people. I mean, I'm sitting at my family talking to some of the people that actually went through some of this KKK stuff. Man, I mean, I'm telling you, this is not even a lifetime for people.
Well, let's take another comment here from one of our viewers, Ashlyn. She says, the difference is Black Lives Matter are fighting for marginalized Americans to get basic human rights and justice. And the KKK are fighting to terrorize and preserve power, which I completely agree. I have on my wall, I shared a 21-minute recap recorded by, it is the coverage about the last 3 days, and here they really broke it down to the highlights of the last 3 days. And the leader of I don't even know his name, and I don't really want to get to know his name, but I was just like cringing because he was just, like it was amazing that everything that comes out of his mouth is about hating other people. It's just, it blows me away that because people were not born to hate. He must be taught how to hate, to have so much hate for black people and other race other than his own.
This is the difference. I think there's a fundamental difference in what the position is of these groups. And I keep hearing this, that there's hate groups. What national hate black group have you seen that's gotten national attention? I'm sure in some small pocket somewhere there's groups here and there that are people are hating. They want to hate and they want to fight and everything like that. On a national level, to where there's actually marches that people see and that are witnessed by people. It doesn't happen like that. I've seen Black Lives Matter. I've seen people protest the president of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see hate like this on this scale. We're walking around with pitchforks and automatic weapons and all this other stuff like that, talking about hate. I don't see that like
even
that.
The so-called, you say black hate groups are integrated.
Right.
That's black.
Right. And so it's more false equivalency that always happens. This is what always happens. When they do something wrong, it's, well, yeah, but look at them. But yeah, look at that over there. No, look at you. Because it's you. You're out there, you're preaching hate, you're teaching hate because of what? And the funniest thing to hear is the White Lives Matter. First of all, pick what your issue is, because you guys are rebels without a cause. Literally. You can't be on both sides. You can't say that we're white supremacists, we're supreme, we're the supreme race, and then say White Lives Matter. What? Which side are you on? You can't be the oppressor and the oppressed. So cut it out. You're out there. When does White Lives not matter in America? That's what I want to know. When did that stop? Did you see that? I didn't know that happened. And the thing is, we all have to wake up and understand exactly what this is about. This is about people that are losing their grip on power only in their small little sector. They want to hold on to their own power and keep controlling everything, and they see it slipping. Okay. They see it slipping. That's what that is.
Well, we have a question here from one of our viewers, Juan, and he said, "I had a white educator today ask me what should I do or what to do."
What to do?
What to do?
There's
some
of them that have issues that, like, hey, we feel bad and we hate that this is going on.
Twan's in the studio, if anybody didn't know. He's sitting there. And I think that's a good question. I think it's a good question. And go ahead.
Well,
Nate,
what do you think?
What do you think somebody should do? I think it's a white guy, you're saying, who wants to know what he should do because he's against what's going on. Right. And that's his name.
Nate, come on in.
As a white guy that just go out and say that, I mean, I don't agree with the hate stuff that's going on. I don't agree with any hate group in general. I believe that being a minority, which is exactly what I am in this country, because
hold up,
yes, the white race is the minority in this country now.
Really?
Yes.
What's the number?
Oh, we gotta look that up.
No, let's finish. I want to hear this. I want to hear where this is going.
Being a minority in this country, I feel like the people that are causing all the drama and the craziness and going out and hurting people of different nationalities for simply that fact are terrorists, just like a Muslim or somebody that flies a plane into a building. I mean, I don't agree with it.
But so you feel
I don't have.
You agree with the sentiment that white people are now the minority in the country?
I believe that completely.
And so, what exactly, as a minority in the country, what are some of the challenges that we
gotta ask
face?
the facts about.
Well, assuming that we don't have the numbers right now to back it up, let's just go. I want to know.
Okay.
I do want to know. I
gotta see the numbers on this one.
I'm more interested in. I'm more interested. Hold on. I'm worried because first I don't. I think that that's false anyway. Just if you look up the numbers, I'm positive that that's wrong. But before we even get to that, I want to know what challenges you face as a minority right now.
I heard this though.
As a white minority, I want to know what challenges as a white minority you face in the country. I really want to know.
What challenges?
And this is, and again, and I want to be clear.
This really has
Hold on.
issue,
No,
right?
it does. It absolutely does, because this is part of what the white nationalists were protesting and saying. So they are saying this. So this is very much
White
part of the
nationalists
issue.
believe that there should only be white people.
Yeah, right. But they
That's
do.
not what-
They are
I don't
very.
agree with that.
They're talking about the fact that they are becoming marginalized and becoming a minority group. So that is
What
part of it.
challenges are you?
So I want to know what challenges
Yeah,
are
what
you facing.
challenges are you asking me to define?
Yeah,
I'm saying
Because
as a minority, I can
see
give you.
challenges in my career or my
Yeah, I agree with that one.
things like my everyday life.
Yes.
I don't wake up in the morning and go, geez, it's fucking hard being a white dude today.
Okay.
I don't face those problems. But I also don't, look at people as a certain, oh, Terry, you're bad because you're black. You're bad because you're Filipino. You're bad because you're a certain
Right.
race. That's not how I was raised.
Right.
I mean, I have 2 children that are of different races, so
No, and I'm not. And again, I'm not harping on you and saying that you're you're the bad, the enemy. You're not saying anything like that. You did make a point yourself to say and to label yourself as a minority. And so as a minority, I can give you. I don't have time to tell you all the challenges that I face, and I can go on forever, and I can tell you right now as a black man the challenges that I face. So I do want to know what challenges as a minority.
And Joseph, I totally agree with it. When you see injustice, you ask me what white people can do. When you see injustice, you got to speak out about it. You got to speak out.
Yeah.
You can't be quiet about it.
Well, I see that. Well, he just Googled something out, but I think I'm going to follow up with what he said about feeling a minority.
By all means.
I think in certain industries, he is really a minority. I mean, he's a minority as far as jobs in tech. Oh, yeah, jobs in tech, he's a minority, right? Yeah, there are jobs in tech where he's a minority. The Asians are dominating that industry.
Okay,
So,
but that's not
a minority situation.
It's not even a race situation. You just brought up the fact that the challenges of minorities. We're not here to talk about the challenges of minorities. It's more like I think the issue here is that.
Go ahead, finish it.
Okay.
Finish what you're saying.
This
Finish
is
what
the
you're
reason
saying.
why I didn't want to be in
No, finish what you're saying. Finish what you're saying. Finish what you're saying.
Because it's like for me, I don't see race as an issue because I see past your skin color. It's how you are as a person. Whether it's about job, it's about being acquainted with me and whatnot. It has to be the person itself. I go beyond the color of the skin.
yeah, but I don't think that I've been specifically banned from something ever because I'm white.
Which is why I'm saying when you say you're a minority.
That black people, Hispanic people, other races deal with when it comes to jobs, when it comes to things like that. You
Certain
can
jobs.
be outlawed in
Right, but hold on. See, I have to.
I believe just absolutely, man.
But I do see this is again, and again, Nate. I appreciate your bravery for coming on and speaking your mind and having your. Well, I'm trying to give you credit for coming on and having the balls to say your opinion. It's your opinion, and you're brave for being able to say your opinion in public. So yeah, it is brave. So I will applaud you for that. Okay, so but some people wouldn't, and they wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. And I'm saying he's brave for doing it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, okay, well we are, and here we are talking about Charlottesville and talking about racism, and that's the issue. And you brought up the fact that you're a minority, and that to me, saying that you're a minority and listing a challenge, Dina, like you said in the tech industry, that's like me saying, well, the Hispanics have taco trucks locked down, so I'm a minority in that. That doesn't matter. That's not. You're not a minority because there's a certain group that might have a better hold on one position or job. You being a minority and mentioning that as a challenge would be you saying I can't get a job because I'm white. Okay. So that's the difference. So that is not, to me, that's not a challenge because there's a group of people that might have a better, they have better numbers in a job. That's not a challenge.
Before you move forward, let's go back to Miss Cassie here. Okay. Race is a human construct. The white race doesn't exist. So, and where is your data and statistics coming from, Nathan? Google it, right?
Google.
Yeah, Google it.
No, that's
Hey,
always
Google
on
it, Cassie. I guess you have to Google it too. And then let's take on with from Joseph here. White people, speak out when you see racism in your community. Acknowledge that white privilege is real and check your friends when they expose themselves.
Absolutely.
That would be a great start.
Yep.
But also, I think I want to point out, Joseph said earlier in the comments, Black folks are too busy trying to survive to hate. And I think there's some truth to that.
Right. And Joseph also just said your people run the power structure in this company, so they're in this country, so there's no way that you're a minority. Again, that's one of my issues. I feel like when you guys are pretty much all of the government. No, it doesn't. But the point is, that if you guys are pretty much in control of everything, in this country, all the CEOs, all the government officials, all the congressmen, pretty much are all white.
Are they?
So, white males. Yes, that is a fact.
At this point,
Look that up. I will put anything I own on that. Yes, they're the majority of everything that runs anything in this country. So how are you a minority in any way? When you're this is the problem that I have with the white nationalists that they're protesting about how white lives matter and how we're losing. What are you losing? I don't see it.
Well, and that's the thing. I think it's that they feel like
they're in fear of it because yes, people now they're not going to stand for
like
BS.
affirmative action.
I think that's what
affirmative
it
action
is.
was the same way. A couple jobs that black folks were getting. Oh man, they got alarmed about that, and that's not.
And they still ran the jobs. They ran all the companies.
But you saw jobs that you're given is not.
But you saw, Jeremiah walk into the job, and now, oh, I'm scared because all the positions get taken. No, your country is still your country, even though we can get into all the facts about how that was taken and done too. But the fact of the matter is, white people are still in charge of everything.
Yeah. What other questions we have?
We had Cassie just said that white males own the tech industry as well. Well, yeah, they run companies, they own companies, etc. But
you're talking about the workers.
We're talking about the workers. When you apply for jobs, so like the tech industry, I'm just saying. Well, there's a lot of. We can go on and on with that topic. We can agree to disagree, but the numbers are there.
That's the point. That's the point.
And I just wish that people can be labeled as like, if you're qualified for that job, it doesn't matter, whether you're yellow, brown, black, white, or whatever.
I don't believe that.
Huh?
You don't believe that?
I don't believe that. I believe depending on who's doing the hiring.
Yeah.
And how he feels about things.
Yeah.
Because, you could have an underlying agenda, or who he wants to hire, who he wants as part of his team.
But you're not agreeing with that. You just feel like that might be how it is.
Yeah. In some aspects of things, in some jobs, I believe it depends on who's doing the hiring. If he really don't agree and don't really want that minority person a part of his, part of his crew, you could get turned down because of it.
But do you think that's okay? Or
no, I don't think it's okay, but I know it happens.
It happens.
Right, it does happen. It definitely happens. I know for a fact that happens. So,
most companies have they're trying to incorporate diversity and inclusion in the workplace so that there's a balance of the race. That's why,
right.
I've been involved with different companies, especially in the Seattle area.
Mm-hmm.
They're growing into, their program, diversity and inclusion in the workplaase. So, so to even out their hiring process with.
Well, they say even out, but it's not really even out.
It's in progress.
It's like they'll hire
they hire one or two, and there goes the program. So it's not really. I mean, it sounds good, makes us all feel good.
But something is being done is what I'm saying. At least you see it there. Like the companies are opening their eyes to, the problems that exist.
Yeah, because on the door it says equal opportunity employment, but it'll be all Mexicans with one black guy so that they can meet their quota. I mean, that's not the same thing.
So wait a minute. So wait. You took the word out here. I don't know where to start on anyway. So we're saying that it's not okay, but then you kind of seem like it's a problem. You see a bunch of Mexicans and blacks in there. That's a problem?
It is. No. I'm saying that it'll say on the door equal opportunity employment, but that's not real.
Maybe, but do you think that maybe white people are more busy getting more higher paying jobs than that, and that's why you see a bunch of Mexicans and blacks there? Because the white guys are there with suits and ties, getting money somewhere else? I mean, what jobs are we talking about? Are we talking about Home Depot? What are we talking about?
Yeah, what
that's
jobs are we
we're
talking
we're talking about
I'm
those jobs.
confused
We're
right
talking
now.
about those jobs. We're not talking about jobs that white people are actually pining over. These, when you're dealing with labor jobs and things like that, yeah, you're going to see a lot of people that couldn't get the better jobs because of whatever other reason. They're there. But
let's talk about the professional jobs, not the because I'm still down on the bottom, so I'm still working down here with everybody else trying to get up. So I don't know how I can say, oh well, because I'm white, I'm pining over,
not you. I'm saying there.
I don't know about those jobs.
Right.
We can talk about the corporate.
I'm just saying what you said.
Corporate world.
I'm saying what you said.
Is not my world because that's not where I work.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is if you just
Okay, I talked about the corporate world.
you said that there might be blacks and Mexicans all in these jobs, and I'm saying that sounds like a place to me that is something that is not something that's being fought over by a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
That sounds like a labor job or something like that. I don't see a lot of Fortune 500 companies with predominantly all black and Mexican people working there, and white people can get a job. I don't think that happens. Yeah. Anyway, there's another thing I wanted to talk about. So I'm looking at all this footage over the weekend and throughout the week, and I'm watching all these guys. They're all walking around and they're protesting. They got the pitchforks and torches and all this stuff out there, but they're walking around with they're out there and they're preaching hate. Okay, they're preaching literal hate. Nazi, Confederate flag, slaves, talking about gay people, everything. And they're walking around with guns and all kinds of stuff like that. And then they fight. They're getting into fights. Not one police bullet that I see fired. Maybe somebody has the footage that I don't. I didn't see, when the Black Lives Matter movement happened in Baltimore, Ferguson, and all these other places, I saw riot gear. I saw SWAT teams. I saw police. I saw militarized states where they were all in fear of everything. I didn't see a bunch of black people walking around automatic weapons. They're probably dead. But they had all the police. They had it all ready, and it was a big situation. These people are walking around talking about, I hate you. We don't want you in our country. We want you out. And they're walking around with guns and knives and whatever else they want. Automatic machine guns. Unchallenged, unchecked. I'm just saying, do we not see the disconnect? Do we not see how that there's a double standard? Do we not see what the issue is in this country when it comes to this kind of stuff?
Listen, those that are woke, they see the double standard. We see it every day. So it's not really something new.
Some people that are naive that
But
don't see.
thank you. There's some people don't, and some people act like
No, they see it. They just don't want to admit it. They see it.
Well,
Or
be
they're
that
part
as
of
it
it,
may,
or they're part of
they
it.
don't admit it.
Or they're part of it.
So it's just
It's a very touchy subject. It's really like it exists, but what can we do?
that's what we're trying to talk. Now we're gonna.
Well, that's why I think we're getting at is that when we see it, and everybody has to be involved with
That's acknowledge. That's what I'm saying.
And that's kind of all I think basically we wanted to come out here and say today. Acknowledge it. You see wrong.
Yeah.
You see it. That was wrong. That was flat out wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Say something about it. Don't get on Facebook and talk about, well, they had a permit. Shit. They had a permit to drag and kill someone. Come on, man. Come on. Let's be honest and have an honest conversation.
And this is the thing. This is when I'm saying what I'm saying because I'm hearing it as them throwing the double standard. Them talking about they're throwing the double standard out the window by trying to say that this is something that is done on both sides. These are two organizations that
it's not
done like that.
It's not.
This is not that.
It's not.
Okay, these people are clearly coming out and they're showing you exactly what it is. They're showing you their true colors, and you guys keep watching this stuff, okay? Because they're showing you, okay? Well, their biggest. Look at the two biggest icons that they can have that properly convey the feelings of their movement. Okay, the Confederate flag and the Nazi flag. All right, and so right there, they're telling you exactly where they're at.
I don't
They're
even
telling
understand the Nazi flag because in Germany they don't even flaunt that.
No, they don't. But they're telling you.
I lived in Denmark and the neighboring countries, Germany, they don't flaunt that. The Germans are the nicest people I know.
How can you be a patriot and you support that?
But this is the problem. That's it right there.
Literally a red flag.
It also is a contradiction because you're sitting here, you're saying, "This is my country, this is America," and all of this stuff, and your biggest pieces of propaganda, the biggest pieces that symbolize your movement, are two of the most anti-American establishments you have.
And Martin,
The Confederacy and the Nazis.
And Martin, you're absolutely correct. When you watch it was mostly whites on that.
And this is the problem. This is the problem. You guys, the whole movement is about white power, and then you end up killing a white woman in the process. This is what happens. This is what happens. But the thing is, people see you, and this is why this stuff is going on right now, because they all know what's coming, and they know that this country is moving on from this stuff, and they're getting scared, and that's why you're going to see more. It's going to get worse before it gets better.
And Joseph made a comment about how do you all feel about those ticket torch guys, right, to preach hate as long as it was non-violent? I mean, I feel like the ticket torch was unnecessary. I mean, they could have used.
Well, the ticket torches were racist within themselves.
The tiki torches were a throwback to the KKK with the hoods and whatever.
The guy said, well, it was at night. We need them to see.
Nah.
Come on.
They knew what it was.
Come on. That's what they make flashlights for.
They knew what it was.
That's what I'm saying.
They wanted
something else.
They wanted to go back to the whole thing with the KKK and all this stuff. That's
how do you feel about having the right to,
well,
and that's interesting because I do believe in freedom of speech.
I do believe in freedom of speech too, but there's also inciting riots, right? That you can get in trouble for inciting riots, right? Now, who
does?
People do all the time. The wrong people do. You got the wrong color. You might. What I'm saying is, when you're out there and you're preaching hate, you're walking around with guns and you're walking around. I don't see how that's allowed. But I think
if you have a permit, I mean,
all I'm saying is,
I don't know.
All I'm saying is, I don't see how that's allowed, and because there are things like inciting riots and things like that. Yeah. This is what would lead to that.
Well, Joseph asked about is it their right though? I mean, you mean the ticket torches or carrying the guns or?
No, I'm sure it's all legally okay. I'm sure it's all legally okay. All I'm saying is, I think that they need to look at this. Okay, look at it. Okay, look at it like this. Okay, like in some places, like Nazi propaganda is illegal, right? You can't have that stuff, right? So to me, I think the KKK needs to be on that same order. Yeah. They were the Nazis of America. It's the same deal.
I also wanted to point out that in Germany, they're trying to forget about the Nazi, times. They wanted to forget about it. Why try to bring it up in another country?
Well,
in the
that's
US?
why I wanted to talk about the monuments, because that's
okay. So how do you feel about the? That's a good way to get into the next one. What do you feel about the monuments?
Take them all down, burn them.
Burn them. That they're protesting.
Burn them. Get rid of them.
Get rid of them. But with freedom of speech, all that. What about that?
That's not freedom of speech.
No.
Monument that serves as a reminder of the wrongs that's happening in this damn country.
So
that needs to be.
You agreed with that, and you agreed with them taking down the Confederate flag.
Hey, spray paint. I don't care. Burn it.
What about you, Dina? How do you feel about the monuments and all of that?
Well,
you think that's a slippery slope?
I think so.
And how so?
Because, it's part of history. It's a reminder for the generations to come that this had existed, and now, it has been corrected, or we have improved as human beings.
You think that, do you feel like a monument like that, though, do you think that's really a reminder, or is that honoring somebody?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's more of an honor?
Who were we honoring?
Yeah, we're not really honoring. It's part of history, and I think it should be there just for people to see that it exists, right?
I think
as a statue, though, I mean, there's history books for that. There's Google for that.
I think
Martin Luther King is a statue. That's a statue.
Well,
that's not violent. That's somebody who brought people together. I don't know Robert E. Lee or General Lee. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
I just think that there's always this thing where people always say we need to move forward as a country and we want to move forward, and then they still want to hold on to these really harsh reminders about a time that was terrible for everybody that wasn't white. And that's what that is. That's a monument to somebody who was evil to everybody else.
A belief of a certain time.
It's a what?
A belief of a certain time.
And you feel like it should remain up?
I don't believe that it should remain up. I think that as we move forward as a country, as we move forward as people, and we progress.
Yes.
That
we progress. Yes.
That things should grow. And if that reminds people of a derogatory time and what not to do, then I don't think it should be there. Move on from it.
You don't think it should, so you're saying you don't think that statue should remain up?
I don't think that anything that promotes racism or certain race being depressed at a certain time should still be there, because I think that we're trying to move forward.
We're trying to move forward.
Exactly.
Would you want to remember the rapist?
But that's exactly what you're asking. That's exactly what it is. No.
You want to remind her of a rapist? I don't know.
The guy who beat you down a couple times.
This is part of history, and it should be there. I mean, I would want to go see it actually, just to have a reminder, have a feel like I am fortunate to be living today.
But a monument
That's a monument,
is a symbol.
But you can look at it different ways. You know, I like to see what history was like way back.
But okay, and and again,
and not to, you know, I mean, so that I could be grateful for what I have now. Oh, you know, especially reading the history, reading like, you know, the inscription and whatnot, what happened way back then. I would like to know that, because sometimes you can't just read it in history books. You want to be there. I mean, I'm like more like I want to go visit, like to go there and be there and feel it. You know, like, oh, something happened here. You know, many years ago.
I think that you and that's cool because you've seen it for different, but I think a lot of times
it's one thing, but a monument's something else.
yeah, I feel like that's something that's there for a museum or something, though, right? I mean, a monument. I mean, and let's just let's be clear about this. I'm not attacking anybody. Not that I know of, but they probably
Marcus
do.
Garden.
Anybody think about your own culture, your own family, anything.
Okay.
Would you want a statue memorializing somebody who committed genocide against your people? Think about it like that. A statue honoring somebody who committed genocide.
But including that as American history,
right?
Is the problem. And people say, well, we should forget it or move on, and you can't move on from it. You see the effects of this hard.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Reading the comments. Okay. Oh man, thank you guys for being engaged with us. We love it. We love your engagement. There's nothing more right there.
Go ahead, Dina.
Yeah, okay. Well, basically, I'll start with Ashlyn. She says, change is part of history, and if we are progressing as a nation, a symbol that enslave or represent pain in others should not stay standing. Monument should update with change.
I agree.
Okay. And then Joseph said, I think getting rid of the reminders is key to moving on.
I agree.
Okay. And then Ashlyn again said, the national anthem, state matters, statutes, Confederate flags, maybe in a museum, but definitely not as a monument. Okay? And Joseph said, well said. You just made up for the white minority comment. That's for you, Nathan. And so now we have Lydia, and progression is taking down a piece of history that shame us, not honor it, with a statue. That's why we renamed Christopher Columbus Day as Indigenous Day.
Amen.
Honoring that is wrong, and the whole country will say. All right. So, well, great point, guys, and we love your comments. Keep it coming, and you know, I'm gonna go ahead and read it and incorporate it in the show.
So
thank you so much.
So now, this kind of circles back because one of the big conversations that we all watch sports here.
Yes.
We're all big sports fans.
Yes.
Big NFL fans.
Big NFL fans. Football's coming
this year.
back. It's coming back, and
I will secretly watch the game, so.
Well, one of the things a lot of people talking about protesting, and I think that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
But so the protest has been the big topic going into the preseason. Colin Kaepernick still ain't got a job. That brother still can't find a place to work. Nobody's going to employ him because of him taking a knee. And now we got Michael Bennett took a knee. We got Marshawn Lynch is sitting down eating bananas on coolers. He's saying that it ain't got nothing to do with Kaepernick. I don't know about that. So what do we feel about the national anthem as a symbol of the country and patriotism? And do we agree with people being able to not stand? Do you think Kaepernick should be punished? What are your thoughts on what's going on with this protest that's still happening from last year to now?
I think it's their right. I think it's each individual right, whether or not you want to stand for it, sit for it. That's your right.
I agree.
Okay.
I think it went too far.
It went too far.
I want to hear
if we're just talking about the national anthem and standing or sitting or, you know, protesting, here's my take on this. Whenever you have a job, there's like rules, regulations, processes you need to follow to keep your job. If it is required by the NFL for you to stand, or, you know, if it's written somewhere that this is, you know, the process and this is a procedure and it's a requirement for you to keep your job, then by all means, you know, they should impose that. But at the same time, I would say that it's everyone's right whether they want to stand, sit, or whatnot.
I don't think it's written that you have to.
I'm just saying, like, if you work,
right.
Like if
it's
you,
just what the NFL is doing.
That's what it's frowned upon.
Yeah,
if you don't,
and that's where my take is that the NFL is a job. So basically, if there is a procedure in place that you're supposed to do this, then you're not following the rules of your job, you know, then by all means it's wrong. But
it's not in the NFL.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just giving my opinion. that if I were to take a job and my job said, this is what we do here, this is what you need to follow, you need to be in compliance with this, and this, then I would follow it. And if I don't follow it, then fire me. But I guess, you know.
My father was in the Korean, came back and was treated like crap. So at that point, I'm just going to keep it real.
So right now, it's like, I would say it's everyone's right, whether they want to sit down,
That's
stand
right.
up,
That's
dance,
yes.
whatever. But don't be disrespectful, you know. Like, for example, you know, changing the lyrics of national anthem and then. You know
the lyrics of the national anthem have been changed to remove some slave lyrics in it that they were talking about slaves. Okay. So they already changed it. Okay. So this is not some great thing that was just this already had the negative connotations behind it in the first place. So I don't know. What do you feel, Nate, about that whole thing?
I think as far as the sitting down thing in the NFL, I think it went too far. I think Kaepernick made his point in the beginning that just because he's taken a knee doesn't mean that, you know, the violence is going to stop. Doesn't mean, you know, all of that.
But that's not why he was doing it, though.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that taking a knee is your right, whether there's a rule behind it or not. If you believe that you're doing it for a reason and you continue to do it for a reason because of your beliefs, then by all means, you know, do it. But I think that everyone else doing it is I mean, they're just following suit now, I think. You know?
It's bringing awareness to an issue, though, that has constantly been known in our community and continues in our community. And for there, I applaud him. He's making a stand. You don't have to make a stand. He could Kaepernick for him doing it, taking it, because hey, he put his livelihood on the line, his reputation on the line, and man, that's what we need, man. And I tell you what, more players need to do it.
I feel like when we're talking about this taking a knee issue, you got to remember. See, nobody wants to talk about the issue. They want to talk about how it's disrespectful. They want to talk about this, that, but they never talk about why he's doing it. They don't ever say that he's taking a knee because black people are being killed unrightfully by police. He's not. Nobody says that. They don't bring that up because that's ugly. They don't want to talk. That's dirty. They don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about the sexy topic, which is him disrespecting the American flag, which he's not, because he sat down in this. People forget about that. Lydia just pointed it out. He took a knee for the military. He sat down at first and he said, in respect to the brothers and sisters in the armed forces, he's going to take a knee to show them that he's behind them. So that's what he did. Nobody's talking about that. Okay. I feel like every single black player in the NFL and the NBA, they are required to stand up, though, so it's a little bit harder for them. In the NFL, they are not. So every black player in the NFL should be taking a knee right now, I feel like. And everybody says it's going too far and this and that. Well, have black people stopped getting killed unrightfully by police? I just saw Philando Castile and his family will tell you no. Okay? Because he just got lit up 7 times in front of his 4-year-old daughter because the cop was scared that he might have a weapon. He told him he had a weapon, and he was scared, and so he lit him up 7 times in front of his 4-year-old daughter because he was scared. Meanwhile, we got hateful white protesters walking around with machine guns, and not one of them is shot right now. This is the country that we're in. So when I see black players taking a knee and risking their endorsements, risking their deals, risking their reputations and everything else like that, I applaud them, and more of them should do it. And I feel that if anybody has a problem with this, you need to examine exactly what your problem is.
And all that, you look at the reason why he's doing it. I mean, you look at Michael Bennett, Marshawn Lynch. Absolutely, man. And we need more. We need more.
And our audience, like Joseph said, I love that more players are protesting. These owners need to be sent a message that our issues matter. Juan says service members fought in the name of our freedoms, including First Amendment freedom of speech.
That's all that is.
And Consuelo, welcome.
Especially in the NFL where you got players that raped, did all types of.
You got every crime you can think of.
You still applaud them. You still stand up. You still don't say nothing about that. You get mad at
Ben Roethlisberger was charged with rape twice, right? Twice. I heard one. I didn't see one endorsement lost by that guy. Okay, and if he did, he got it back. So all I'm saying is it's a double standard. And Colin Kaepernick has not committed one crime. Illegal. Nothing. He's actually donating to charity. He's doing all kinds of stuff as a philanthropist. He should be praised. He should not be being demonized like he's this he should have a job. First of all, there's no reason why bum Jay Cutler's got a job in Miami right now. Bum. Bum.
Wait, hold on. You have about 15 other jobs.
Hey, that's
Chicago
right
Bears.
there.
Chicago,
You're
it's not hate.
I gotta stop that.
How is that? How is that hate?
Not good.
That's a
Jay
Cutler's not
It doesn't
good.
matter.
We're gonna bring it up.
It doesn't matter. You're like hating right now. Good for him. You got a job.
That's not hate. I don't like him as a player.
a year.
I don't like him as a player.
Yeah.
I didn't say.
Jay Cutler's getting $10 million a year.
$10 million a year. And I didn't say he shouldn't have a job.
Okay.
Hey, look, I didn't say he shouldn't have a job.
What
Not
had
before
happened
Kaepernick,
in
though.
the background with Colin Kaepernick? Did he get offered a job anywhere that he turned down? Do you have that basis?
Right now, he's in.
Somebody offered him a job.
Offered him a
Oh,
job.
I'm not gonna say it out
Well,
loud.
then no, bring it to the table then. You got
Wait.
He was second
Let me ask you a question. He offered $10 million.
If you know about him getting a job, then you know
I'm not knowing. I said
So
he
when
must have been offered something.
he
that
wasn't
didn't
offered
want.
a job yet. That's the whole thing. He was willing to take the job
Would
anyway.
you make a $600,000 job where you get Jay Cutler got $10 million?
I
That
think,
wouldn't make no
but I
sense.
think right now Kaepernick would. I
No,
think he
he
would.
wouldn't.
I don't know, but I think he would.
Sit. Don't
He's
take
he's
that.
already said he'd take
Basically being
any job.
blackballed by the NFL.
He's already said he'd take any job.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I would like to take the fifth. I don't want to discuss it any further, but I think there are underlying issues, not just the kneeling. It's
What else would it be, though?
No.
What else would it
I
be?
think this is the main one. You can't tell me Colin Kaepernick, last year, you look at his stats, he was a top 20 quarterback. I'm not saying he 19 or 18 league. He should be.
And that's the thing.
That's
And
what
this
I'm
is it. People don't want it. They want to believe everything else except what's actually going on. They want to keep saying it's about this, it's about that. No, it's not. He's a black guy talking about black issues, and that's why he can't get a job right now. He got nothing to do with nothing else. Every other quarterback in this league,
You're sure about that?
I'm positive about that. He's already said he'd take a job. He said he'd take the jobs. He's open to everything. He's been all over the place. They don't want him right now because they're blackballing him right now because of the kneeling. And then he was the face of a movement. And they're scared that more players are going to do it and they're going to lose more money. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, that's what this is about.
You
man.
know what I think? This is just my thought. This is just my thought. And this is not facts. This is my thought. Here's my thought. I think Colin Kaepernick is a talented, a good quarterback, etc.
He is a good quarterback, I think.
But
I always liked him.
as a quarterback,
Except
you are the leader of your team.
Okay.
People look up to you. People will follow you. You are their leader. The same way that Russell Wilson is the leader for the Seahawks. Okay.
Yeah, until your own team in the league you play for starts banishing you for your beliefs.
Exactly, because they look up to him. He needs to have thought, about it first before the consequences. He had to have like somebody in his PR department, counseling him, like, the consequence of what you're doing. Or if he did that, I'm pretty sure I know somebody had his back. That here's what's gonna happen if you continue doing this. But he just wants to. I mean, this is just my opinion, okay? Don't get me wrong. This is just my opinion.
You think he shouldn't have did it? He shouldn't have held firm in his beliefs, though.
He could.
He's already said. He already came out last year and said he was gonna stop. He made his point, and he was gonna stop taking it. He said that. That's a fact. Look that up. He already said that. So now they're blackballing him. They're spanking him for what he did before to discourage other black players for taking a stand against something. And meanwhile, all these patriotic, flag-loving American owners haven't said nothing about anything else.
They're walking to the bathrooms.
And said nothing else.
They
And said nothing about nothing else.
I mean, honestly, they have hats on.
The owners are telling the rest of the players to stay in their place by making an example of Kaepernick. That is all that's happened. That's all that's happened.
Well, you guys are making all the assumptions. It's like it's more to it. If Colin did that and then turned around and became a Russell Wilson likable person overall, I would have said that he would have had a job by now.
How? He hasn't got a chance to have a job. He's already said he's not going to protest anymore.
It's done, but
What I'm saying is he already said
what do you do after something?
Just go to damn football.
What did he do? What did he do?
I
that
don't
he
know what he. Well,
I'm saying what did he should get a job?
Don't dance in the zone. Don't do it.
No, wait a minute. We got a kicker, Josh Brown, who done beat his wife 20 times, and he's still got a job in the NFL.
He's not the leader. He's
It
not the
doesn't matter. He's
quarterback.
not a player.
Quarterback is the leader of the team, and your team look up to you. So
He's a backup quarterback right now.
He needs to get a good example.
I understand, but you don't think this is a good example that he said it?
What is he doing?
I don't know what it's, but
Definitely not marching with a gun.
Yeah,
he's definitely not doing that.
But he did what he
Kicking
did,
torches
and then
and
it's like he I don't know, and then he's gotten. I mean, I've seen a lot of NFL.
This guy didn't have to do this. He did not have to do this.
He didn't.
He's broke.
All I'm saying is, yeah, bro. Somebody got Twan made a good point. If Tom Brady took a knee, what would happen? Tom Brady would be there the next game throwing 6 touchdowns. That's what would happen. That's what would happen. Tom Brady wouldn't. They would. You know what? This is what happened. And Twan, I'm glad you asked me a question.
You guys are again assuming.
Okay.
You guys are all assuming.
You just assume too. You assume too.
If no, I'm not assuming. I'm just saying that there's more to it than just stating.
You're assuming that it's more to it. And what I'm saying is this: if Tom Brady, like Twan just said, if Tom Brady was the one taking the knee, you know what would happen? We'd have sportscasters. We'd have sportscasters talking about this. You know what? Maybe I'm on something. We need to start looking at. The issues here, what's going on? I mean, it's Tom Brady now. I mean, come on now. Come on. If Tom Brady said he'd be playing the next day.
It's interesting, like with Muhammad Ali passed away, right?
Let's talk about Muhammad Ali.
But during the time, man, people couldn't stand it.
They hated him. They hated him so much. Now
all of a sudden, he's a hero.
Exactly. And that's exactly it.
What am I missing?
That's it. No, what you're missing is you're not missing anything. What's being missed is the fact that 20 years from now, Colin Kaepernick is going to be looked at the same way because right is right. And when the issue is dealt with like it does, because all this stuff comes in cycles in America. That's how it works. Muhammad Ali was sticking up for his rights. He talked about the black issues in America. He talked about not wanting to go fight in Vietnam for somebody who did not do anything to him for a war that he did not agree with. And you know what? He's applied for that today. But he was public enemy #1 back then. They took away his title and his prime. They put him in jail. They took that brother through everything back then. And now they honor him as this great leader and as this great political figure. That's an assumption, you know.
I'm assuming he has a PR team. He has advisory team that's advising him what to do. But you know, it's not working. So you need to take a look at something else.
But they already advised him. They did advise him.
Advise him to what?
He said he's not going to take a knee anymore. You don't think that was his PR team saying, you know what, if you want a job, make sure you don't take a knee?
Also, I think his point has been made.
And he made his point. And so he already said that. He can't do anything else now. Now they're just spanking him for being a brother who still took the stance. Talking to me to say. This is serious to me, man. This is real life. Hey, it's real life, man. This is what's going on.
What's the next question?
Well, there's just a lot of comments that it's like I couldn't stop Perry from talking.
You can't tell. You say stuff, and I'm gonna ask you.
No, but the comments are still. But the comments are still there. We need to like
Brady with anybody you want to. Something that we mentioned earlier was, if you see something wrong, stand up for it.
That's all we're saying.
Doing
we
that.
can't have a
Okay.
conversation like
So
that.
how many other
It's
people?
not good.
Other people have how many white players or other minority player, other discrimination other than black
You
have
want to
taken
read
a
some of
knee?
these?
Yeah, go ahead. Read the
We can't
comments.
have a conversation like that.
Go ahead.
So go ahead.
How many other minorities?
So basically here, Terry's preaching the truth.
No, whatever.
Very on point. We're all on fire. I agree 100%. Yeah, we are on fire. And then, let's see here, Joseph. The owners are telling the rest of the players to stay in their place by making an example out of Kaepernick. So he should just fall in line. Michael says, so he should just fall in line like people have been doing for years. Maybe. And Joseph, there shouldn't be consequences. That's the whole point. And Tuan said, is big enough of a player to be targeted?
Oh.
Yes, he is. He's the quarterback. He's a starter. He's a quarterback.
He's a Super Bowl quarterback.
And then Ashlyn says, likable doesn't create change. Bold moves are needed. We wouldn't be as far as we are if Martin, Rosa, Malcolm took a backseat to the madness. Okay, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I can't, say anything. And then Tuan says, if Tom Brady took a knee, what would happen?
Yeah, we
Change what happened. Change what happened.
Change.
If you took Tom Brady out of that equation,
Yeah,
we said that.
What?
Of the,
I got you. Right.
Yeah. So if Tom Brady took a knee, what would happen? Yeah. Well, probably is right. And then
Somewhat happened. Not to Tom Brady.
Joseph's like, what the hell? Likable? Jay Cutler is likable?
Yeah, Jay Cutler, exactly.
Come on, Joseph. I'm just saying, you know.
Wait, but you are saying, you said that he was likable.
Well,
Jay Cutler is about the least likable quarterback.
But somebody must like him to offer him the job.
Performance-wise and personality.
Right?
Yeah.
To be hired, to be.
Lydia said that it comes back to all races. The NFL is mainly white owned. This is something we were talking about earlier.
It is.
As far as
It is.
and
And you're talking, and exactly it. It's exactly it.
And so Jay Cutler must be likable because he was hired.
He's not likable. I watch football.
Well,
I know who Jay Cutler is.
He's
not
likable by
likable.
the owners and the coaches.
No, he's not.
Why do you think?
Because they needed a quarterback, and they were desperate, and they got one of the worst ones that's been out in the last few years. That's the Bear fans. Any Bear fan out here will tell you about Jay Cutler and his riding a bike during the playoffs. Jay Cutler is not likable. Nobody likes him. Okay?
Yeah,
They just didn't want Kaepernick. They
again,
took the only thing they could.
That's your opinion.
That's not my opinion.
The management team
Check it out.
wrote down the contract or signed the contract. That must be me.
That means they were desperate, and they were so
likable.
desperate. Moving on.
He's likable because they hired him.
Well,
If you're applying for a job,
either that
there are
or
two
he
people.
has some pictures.
They needed a quarterback.
Okay. And we're not gonna go
Okay,
there.
I don't know. Hey,
I mean, it's not his stats that got him the job.
They needed a
Well,
quarterback. They were
here,
desperate. They weren't
Joseph said that's like telling him to cut his hair so he's more presentable, totally racist and whack. Okay, bottom line is he's more qualified for his job than guys being hired over him because of nothing other than his beliefs. Okay. And then Michael's just PR team, so we're talking feelings or facts. Every athlete in that caliber has a PR team. Has an advisory team.
He does too, and they told him that
They-
that's
they-
what they need.
Agent, they have trust me.
But then
they have an advisory team that tells them they weigh the pros and cons, and if an athlete do something, they immediately go to trying to take care of the situation.
And that's why he said
damage
he didn't
control.
kneel anymore.
He said he
Damage
wasn't going to take it.
But
That's
it's not enough.
Somebody behind him is like, hey,
It's
bro,
not
about to lose.
enough.
That's enough. What is he got to apologize for? What? For taking
I don't care.
Come on, guys. Come on. You know the connection is messed up. Switch phone.
It's just messed up on the phone, like, because we're all.
So
Well, no, because one of our.
Mine's live.
So anyways, it all comes back to race. As per Lydia, the NFL is mainly white owned. Yeah, you're right about that. So, but at the end of the day, you know, somebody likes somebody and hired them. That's it. That's
All right.
all.
Well, so we don't circle this.
Right?
We're not gonna circle this one too much anymore with the NFL thing. I think we all kind of made the points there. I want to get a final take from everybody really about Charlottesville. We're gonna go back to that, and I want everybody's opinion on what do you think the solution is. We all know what the okay, I'm getting a lot of the feed is acting up right now. How we look now? Are we good?
Oh.
Are we good?
Hey, guys, you don't have to see it. Just comment on.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good because people are watching right now. I see them. So hi, we're back.
Yeah, well, they're telling me that it's glitchy, so I mean, we gotta check. So, anyways, I want a final take real quick about what everybody feels like a solution. We all know the problem. Nobody ever talks about the solution. What is your personal feelings on what a solution for this race issue that's going on, for all of this? I mean, obviously, it's not going to get solved anytime soon, but what are your overall feelings on what some of the steps that need to be taken for there to be changed? Nate, I'll start with you.
Basically, I think that with all the killing and stuff and obviously the hate that we've been talking about, it makes us look shitty as a country, you know? It makes us look immature and ridiculous by not sticking together. I mean, we're all supposed to be in this you know, free nation, and you know, we're supposed to stick together and be one, but we're not. And we look ridiculous to other countries. You know, we're all fighting ourselves more than anything. And I think that's ridiculous. So.
Right. So, I mean, well said, Dina. Any ideas on?
Ideas? I think it should start with us. I mean, all of us has some type of racism in us. You know, it has to start from us. We need to, you know, love others more and embrace them. Embrace how.
What do you mean by that?
Kumbaya.
Well, I think she's
just
saying
embrace
everybody's
them
got bias and things.
and embrace them, and embrace other cultures, embrace other ethnicity, embrace embrace everybody, I think. And then we have to teach our children to love more and not hate, because hate is taught.
It is taught. That's a good point. Hate is taught. And so, Barry, what do you think? We're wrapping this up. What do you
I keep on saying, I'll keep saying it. You guys, and it goes for all of us. And I put myself in this category also. When you see something going on, you should know right about any situation, especially when it comes to this, you have to speak on it. And I did see a lot of people speaking on it, so I'm not saying that people weren't, which was great to see, but we should have had more people speak on it.
Yeah.
Well said. I say a lot about the issues that are going on. And my personal feelings on the situation is that this is desperation. And what I mean by that is that everything that we're seeing, the police shootings, the Donald Trump stuff, the marching and all this stuff, this is desperation, but for an old way of thinking, an old way of living that they see slipping away. They're turning on the TV, they're seeing people that look like Drake and Colin Kaepernick and Steph Curry and all these mixed races and things like that. And they see a country moving in a certain way. They see gay people prominent roles on TV. They see women in prominent roles. We were this close to having a woman president. We can get into how that happened. But there was a whole bunch of things going on in this country that they see change coming in a positive way, and they are scared because they want this country the way that they had it. Everything that you're seeing right now is a reaction to that. Donald Trump is a reaction to that. Everything, to me, in my opinion, all of this stuff, a loss of control. They're trying to keep this back. They want this to back, and we're past that though. The smart ones are past that. The people that know better are past that. White, black, whatever. People are past that. This is not the old days. We're connected now. We got the internet. We got all these different ways to stay in touch with each other. We all know the truth, and they can't lie to us anymore and tell us all these things and let us just go along with it. We know when wrong has happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're scared of.
Yeah.
And it was
So
final.
that's
my final thing. Is that we need to spread more love.
spread more love, and we need and I want to see more people with the courage that Heather Heyer did. And rest in peace, Heather Heyer. You went out.
There's 20 other people too.
That guy.
I'm talking about anybody that died. They got injured.
I want to big her up though. She lost her life.
She lost her life.
I'm saying. I mentioned her name. I don't know the other names. I don't know the other names, but I know Heather Heyer's name. And she stood up for what she believed in, and she stood up for peace. I'd rather die for peace than hate, and that's what Heather Heyer went out. She went out a hero in my mind. And rest in peace to Heather Heyer.
I want to all the other
and everybody else is
people.
Big up to all the people doing the right thing.
Doing the right thing.
Yeah, you guys are doing.
There is a difference. There is a clear difference between right and wrong. I want to thank everybody coming on. Nathan Wooden, thank you for coming on for the first time. Dina Finney, as always, it's a pleasure. Barry, where's the shop at, brother?
Oh man, 529 Central Avenue North.
All right, thank you guys for joining us. And, it's a tough topic. Next week we're going to definitely, it's going to be switched up. And the tones are better. Yeah, we're going to talk about some stuff next week. So
some fun stuff next week. So stay tuned.
Game of Thrones stuff next week too. So everybody, thank you for joining us. Share us, like us, make yourself heard in the comments. And until next time, peace out.